Hi, my name is Tommy Davis. I'm a psych major with a specialization in behavior analysis. I'm a third year at the University of Florida, and I am a Gainesville native. So, a memory from my childhood that shaped me. Um, I remember once I was 5 years old playing in my front yard. At the time, I lived in Jonesville, which is just west of Gainesville. If you keep going down Newberry Road, you'll hit Jonesville first. It's pretty much a part of Gainesville. It's right next door. Um, I didn't live out there for more than 3 years before I moved back into Gainesville. And I have some very vivid memories from back then. All of them are based pretty much on the location. I have no concept of time from back then at all. From any of the memories that I have, they're all kind of jumbled up into just memories of being out at that house out there. But I do have one memory with my grandpa. His name was Tommy. I'm named after him. And I don't remember him before he had Alzheimer's. I think my earliest memories of him, he was starting to lose his memories. And I was always told that I would have really liked him before that. But I don't remember anything before his condition. So, and he passed away in 2007, so it's been a long time. But I remember one instance where I was playing in the front yard, chasing frogs or something like that, and I got caught in a blackberry bush, and my legs were bleeding because the thorns got me, and I was screaming and yelling because my legs were bleeding, and I had an overwhelming sense of anxiety because I was alone. I was young, young fear, I guess, from the situation I was in. I always had a sense of fear being outside out there. There's lots of woods and wildlife and stuff, but I was alone, and I guess my grandpa was outside by himself, and he was the first person to run over to me. And he picked me up out of the bushes, and I remember like a sense that his Alzheimer's had like slipped away. Like, I know I was young, I didn't really know what Alzheimer's was back then, but he seemed more clear when he came and picked me up out of the blackberry bushes. And I think that really had an impact on me unconsciously. I probably didn't realize this until I was asked to, think of a story for this assignment. So that's one story. I think I've always been around people with some kind of neurological disorder or some kind of handicap. When I was in first grade, my other grandpa on my mom's side got in a motorcycle accident, and the doctors had to amputate his leg. I remember being very young and going to sit on his hospital bed right after, a couple days after he'd lost his leg. I know that impacted me a lot. 10 years later, my grandpa Tommy from the first story, his wife was diagnosed with dementia when I was 15, so 10 years later, and she moved in with us. And I think having a grandparent, having somebody in the family that has always had some kind of medical condition, or a disorder or a handicap, that's really I think impacted my subconscious. It's always kind of carried. I have like a soft spot, I guess, for people with disabilities. And my mom worked with kids with disabilities when I was growing up as well. So I would go, when I would get out of elementary school, to her classroom and go and play with the kids in there too. So how that affects me today. I am a pre-occupational therapy student at the moment. I'm about to start working for a company, behavior analysis company, working with kids with autism. But I would my end goal is to become an occupational therapist and work with people to, help them regain a little bit of their own independence and to be self-sufficient, more self-sufficient, and improve their quality of life. And I think from a young age, even subconsciously, like being around my family with dementia or my grandpa without the leg, I think, and having little moments of like clarity with them, seeing them where they're at their best, even through their conditions, you know, I think that's really impacted me through growing up, impacted my subconscious. And that's, even if I didn't know it, that's probably why I'm one of the reasons why I'm on the career path I am today. So yeah, that's my story. I'm looking forward to this class. I know it's online, I know it's over the summer, but yeah, we'll get through it.